Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really digging into the sources you shared with us. We've got articles, research, your own notes, actually, all pointing towards, well, escalating global tensions. And the big question, the one that jumps right out, is whether these recent events, like literally in the last 48 hours, are they the first real sparks, the start of something much wider? Because the immediate trigger, right, according to your material, seems to be these reported U.S. precision airstrikes, June 22nd, on Iranian-backed targets. Your sources are pretty specific here, too. They weren't just random. They hit what? IRGC Quads Force Logistics command centers?
Exactly. And the alleged goal, based on what you said, was degrading their ability to move advanced drone parts. This was framed as a response to missile threats against Israel.
It just feels, I don't know, different this time, more significant than maybe past skirmishes.
I think that's right. And what's really striking in the sources is how fast it escalated. This wasn't just another regional flare-up. You had Russia jump in almost immediately. Public condemnation, calling the U.S. action an act of aggression.
Right, not just standard diplomatic talk.
No. And your notes suggest this might show a deliberate shift in Russia's regional game plan, using the tension to kind of reassert themselves globally. It's a detail that's easy to miss. And then there was that hint, pretty shocking really, that Russia might actually back Iran militarily if they were hit again.
Okay, that definitely changes things.
It absolutely does. That moves it instantly from, a Middle East issue to a global standoff. Major players drawing lines in the sand.
So, okay, beyond these immediate strikes, your sources also do a great job mapping out that long-running shadow war between Iran and Israel. It's not just isolated incidents, is it? It's more like this ongoing strategic, well, chess match. What did your research bring out about that?
Well, what the sources really flag is pushing things towards a breaking point now is a recent Israeli strike. Seems it hit Iranian weapons convoys inside Syria. Yeah. And Iran's military leadership response, highlighted in your material, wasn't the usual rhetoric. They actually declared any further attack will be answered with full force.
Full force. That sounds like more than just a threat.
It really does. It feels like a direct challenge, maybe signaling a shift away from just covert stuff towards potentially more open confrontation. We haven't really seen that quite at this level before.
And meanwhile, Israel's defenses, your sources say they're still on level 3 alert. Your notes clarify that's pretty high readiness, right? Just below full mobilization.
That's correct. Heightened state, rapid deployment of Iron Dome near cities, more troop movements near the Golan Heights. It shows they're taking this very seriously, preparing for possible direct engagement.
So then you connect all that to the wider international picture, and it gets really complex.
It really does. You've got NATO obviously watching very closely, assessing stability, Yeah. But what's fascinating from the material you provided is China. Publicly, they're calling for restraint, urging calm.
Standard playbook, maybe?
Maybe. But behind the scenes, your sources mention diplomats quietly heading to Tehran, which suggests, maybe, it's not just standard diplomacy. It could be a strategic move, trying to secure influence, perhaps mediate, or at least get a handle on the shifting power dynamics.
And the U.S. rerouting warships towards the Gulf.
Not just a symbolic gesture. It's a clear signal of active engagement. A show of force, yes, but also readiness.
So it really brings us back to that central question for you, the listener, looking at all this evidence you've pulled together. Is this just another Cold War-style standoff, proxy fights, strategic moves?
Or is it actually something bigger, something that could genuinely reshape, the global order as we understand it?
It's definitely clear from your sources. We've just walked through this incredibly tangled web, so many interconnected events, all these key players, U.S., Iran, Russia, Israel, NATO, China, all trying to navigate these really rapid shifts.
Right. And it really underscores how vital it is to grasp the multifaceted nature of these flashpoints, how something happening in one region can just send ripples everywhere else.
It makes you think how quickly these regional events can just pull in the major powers, reshape everything.
Exactly. And maybe that leaves us with a final thought for you to consider, going beyond just this deep dive. How does breaking down these current events, using the specific details you found, how does that challenge or maybe even change your own view, your understanding of international relations, and what global security even means in a world this interconnected?